Well, hello everyone. It's me, Johnny, the carnivore champion. I'm fine. I'm home now. Everything's good. I've been treated and released from a local hospital. Um, oh my gosh. But what a day it's been. I started out this morning, the video was going to be titled Carnivore Conflicted. I was very conflicted this morning. If you watch the video, stay tuned, watch the video. I'll explain that in the very first part of the video. And if you want to find out what happened and why I had to go to the emergency room by ambulance, stay tuned and watch. Man, the ups and downs, the perils of a 58-year-old carnivore trying to prepare for the Senior Olympic Games. Anyway, it'll all be explained in the video. I just want to let you guys know if you saw the thumbnail. I'm home. I'm fine. Praise God to the local emergency medical staff here and to my wife for coming and looking out for me. But we're home. It's after 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm home. I'm doing well. And watch the video and it'll all make sense. Thanks. We'll see you at the end. So, what is it that has me so conflicted? I mean, I'm a grown man. Why can't I make this decision? What in the world is wrong with me? You want to learn more? Stay tuned. You're watching The Carnivore Champion. Well, welcome back everybody to the Carnivore Champion. My name is Johnny, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about why I'm so conflicted. I mean, what's the problem? Well, as you guys know, if you watched my video from Wednesday, I joined the gym and I came up with a new workout based on information that I had gained from watching YouTube videos on how to increase your sprint speed. Plus, ChatGPT gave me some great ideas on workouts. So I was really excited to go to the gym again today, Friday, August 15th, 2025. But I woke up and I realized it didn't rain at all yesterday afternoon, it didn't rain last night, and it hasn't rained today. And as you can tell, it's very, very sunny. So I came out to the park to run some sprints. So I think I'll save the gym for the days that I have to work, because I can get up and go to the gym an hour and a half or so before I'm scheduled to be at work. I don't start work usually until 9 o'clock. So I'll do my gym workouts, maybe on the days that I work or on the days the weather is inclement. But I haven't run sprints in 3 weeks. And the first week we were getting ready for company to come in from out of town, and then company came in and stayed a week, and that was a blast. I had a great time. Kind of fell off the diet a little bit, so it's time to get back on it. And then once my company left and went back home, we had like 7 straight days of rain. And I was working, and the days I worked there was no rain. Of course, the days I was off, it rained like pour down. As you can see here, the park where I'm at to run my sprints, James L. Dorton Park in Concord, North Carolina, is still very, very wet. I'm just hoping the surface where I normally do my sprints, the field that's located over there, is dry enough to get these sprints in. So today's strategy is going to be, I'm going to run 4 20-yard sprints. The first one at 50%, the second one at 75%, the third one at 90%, and the fourth one all out. And then I'm going to do 3 40-yard sprints. I really need to kind of get a baseline time. As you guys know, my record in the 40-yard sprint so far has been 7.407, and that was 3 weeks ago. And having not sprinted in 3 weeks, I don't know how close to that I can get. But I do know I want to work on my starts, because a lot of races are won and lost, in the 50-meter dash especially, pretty much off the line. You kind of set your own pace based on how fast you get off the starting line. So we're going to work on those 20-yard sprints today. Going to do 4 of them. Then we're going to do 3 of the 40-yard sprints. I've got my timing system with me. I'm going to show you a warm-up routine that I found online. I didn't make any of this up. But I've watched multiple different sprint trainers or track and field trainers. And this is a workout that they recommend. So I'll show you that now. The first one is called high knees. And it's just like it sounds. You just kind of jog a little bit and bring your knees up really high to get your body used to that momentum of your knee coming up. The second one is going to be butt kicks. Again, kind of just what it sounds like. You're trying to kick your own butt. We're going to do that. The third one is going to be something called, I think it's called open book, where you bring your thigh up to about 90 degrees to your body, and then you go lateral with it, out, and then back down. And then you alternate to the other leg, up about 90 degrees, lateral, out, and back down. And that's just trying to open up and kind of get your pelvis and your hips open. The next one is going to be something called skipping, and it's exactly like it sounds like, just skipping like you did when you were a child. That kind of mimics the action of sprinting. And then I'm going to do a few, as you can see here, I'm going to do a few standing broad jumps, because to explode and jump as far forward as you can, it's a very similar motion to exploding off the starting line of a sprint type race. So that's going to be the warm-up right there, and then we'll do those sprints. And I'm looking for good things. I'll be honest with you. I'm really excited to go back to the gym and do my workout. But on the way here, I was almost giddy. I'm so excited to sprint again. The endorphins I get from doing this, the little testosterone boost I get from doing this is amazing. So you know what time it is. It is time to cue the music. Let's go.
Feeling alive, got my sneakers on, ready to thrive. Chasing down the sunset, I'm burning bright. With every beat of my heart, I'm ready to fight. No time to slow down, I'm running my race. Got that fire in my soul, I'm keeping a pace. Living, not just dreaming, breaking the mold. Leaving my mark, bolder than gold. Gonna outrun the glare of the aging game. Sprinting through the years, I'm the one to blame. Living my best life, I'm breaking the chains. 58 and thriving, it's in my veins. Hit the gym at dawn, chasing that high. Weights in my hands, I'm reaching for the sky.
So as you can see, in that one and only 40-yard sprint that I did, I'd taken my shirt off, and I was very, very sweaty. It was 91 degrees and 88% humidity. It was brutal out there. So I took my shirt off. I did one sprint, and as soon as I finished that sprint, I felt like I was passing out. So I went and sat down in the shade. I called my wife. On the way there, I said, I'm passing out. I'm not going to make it. So I called 911 from my phone. I didn't want my wife to find me if I'd passed out or passed away. But here's this backstory. So here lately, I haven't been drinking a lot of water, and not on purpose. I just noticed that I'm not thirsty, so I'm not drinking. I guess I need to be more deliberate about drinking my water. And yes, this is just water. So I was pretty dehydrated. And this morning, for a little caffeine kick, I actually had some coffee with some heavy whipping cream in there. It was already hot as blue blazes, and I'm drinking coffee on the way to the park to do my sprints. And I was already dehydrated. And I'm here to tell you, folks, I was sweating so bad and already being dehydrated, and now realizing that I probably need a little more salt and a whole lot more water in my day-to-day routine. I got very dehydrated and almost passed out. When the ambulance got there, they took my heart rate was 193, so it was almost 200. Keep in mind I have AFib, so being dehydrated and having AFib and being that hot and everything is probably not a good combination. But my wife got there. She gathered all my things for me. I had all my cameras and everything laid out just out there in the middle of the field. So my wife was able to gather all that up. They put me in the ambulance and took me to the hospital. I didn't want to ride with my wife because I still felt like I was passing out. I was hanging on for dear life there. And when I stood up to get on the stretcher, I just about passed out again, which makes complete sense. I mean, I was completely and thoroughly dehydrated. So they started an IV on me, did an EKG, and they gave me 1,000 cc's or 1 liter of fluid in the IV. They gave me a water bottle to drink. I sucked it down like nothing. At the hospital, they gave me another liter, and I drank a bunch more. So I had like 3 liters of fluid. before my blood pressure got back to normal. When I first got to the hospital, my blood pressure was like 90/50. And, my blood pressure runs a little high, so that was very low for me. Heart rate was still around 170. So they kept me, watched me, gave me plenty of fluids, ran a bunch of tests. Everything came back great. The emergency room doctor came in and did a Doppler on my heart, and he said, "Mr. Wood, for 58 years old, your heart looks amazing." He said, "I can't, your age, and I'm still overweight." He noticed that, which that's okay. It's the truth. And having AFib for the last 18 months, he said, "Your heart is in remarkable shape as far as, looking at it on the Doppler physically." So that made me feel pretty good. So once they got me pumped full of fluid and gave me a bunch of water to drink and I started feeling better, they did a chest x-ray just because they trying to make sure there's nothing else going on. And I feel 100%. I feel 100% normal now. It's 4:30. My wife and I ran by Wendy's after we left the hospital. And I got me a Baconator plain and just threw the bun away and ate the meat, cheese, and bacon. This is my second glass of water, and this is just water from Wendy's. But I'm fine now. Thank you guys for following. Oh my gosh, what a journey this has been. But I feel great now. I don't regret going out there running. I regret not drinking water. And coffee is a diuretic. Coffee and tea are both diuretics. They pull fluid out of you as opposed to putting fluid in you. So I'm smarter than that. And I should have known, as hot and as humid as it was, because as I was setting up my timing system, setting up both of my cameras and the tripods, I was sweating to beat the band, and I started feeling bad before I ran that very first 20-yard sprint. I was just going to motor through it and then, do better later. But later never came. Or at least it did, but only after an ambulance ride and probably going to be a $1,500 hospital bill and ambulance bill, even after my insurance pays. But lesson learned. Thanks, guys. This is the Carnivore Champion. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.